I hope you are well. Now for the first part, we looked at the nervous system. So we talked of the central nervous system, we talked of the peripheral nervous system, and how peripheral nervous system is further broken down until we find the sympathetic and the parasympathetic. So today we are just looking at the part 2 of it, and we are focusing on the neuron itself. So from the diagram that you can see, this is now the diagram of the neuron, how it's made up of, what is made up of. So with the neuron itself, this is now the dendrite, with our axon, with our myelin, which covers the axon. Then we have the axon terminal. Then we have the node with the nucleus itself. Then we have the soma and the Schwann cell. So in this lecture, we are just now focusing on what are now what are the things that are entailed in the neuron and what are its function. So when we start with the dendrite, dendrite, it's over here. You can now just look at it. So for the dendrite, it receives communication from other neurons, and it sends communication to body cells. So it also sends communication to other axons. That's all about its function. Then we have the cell body, which is over here. So it's the site of nucleus. All cell functions are controlled here. So it's always controlled in the cell body. Then we have the axon. For the axon, it's a long fiber that ends at the axon terminal. That's about the axon. So it ends at the axon terminal. So it starts from here, then it will end at the axon terminal. That's about the axon. What about the axon terminal? That is the end of the nerve axon. So it transmits signal to the receiving axon via neurotransmitter. Then apart from that, we've something that we call Glial cells. So Glial cells, we need to know that they are capable of dividing, and it mainly helps by sustaining homeostasis. Then how does it sustain homeostasis? It creates the myelin, with our myelin over here, the one that covers the axon, myelin. Okay, so Glial, it's always capable of dividing, it sustains homeostasis, and it also creates myelin. Another thing, it provides neuron support and protection. That is through the creation of myelin. Now let's look at the Glial cells. What are the contents of the Glial cells? So if you try check with the Microglia, with the Astrocyte, then we have the Schwann cell and the satellite Glial cell. Now for the Neuroglia found in central nervous system, we talked of the Astrocytes, we talk of the Microglia, and the ones that are found in peripheral nervous system, we talk of the satellite Glial cell and the Schwann cell. So what are its functions? So like for the Schwann cells, they are required to insulate the myelin. Then it supplies nutrition to the peripheral nervous system neurons. What about satellite cells? It has to provide and cushion cells, supplies nutrients to the neurons nearby, and contains structural function. What about the ependymal cells? It regulates, produces cerebrospinal fluid. So in case you are asked of which cell produces and regulates cerebrospinal fluids, at this point you know we talk of the ependymal cells. Then the astrocytes, neurons, metabolic and physical support. That's what it does. Then it stores and releases nutrition source when help is needed. In case of issues like hypoglycemia, the astrocytes kick in. What about the microgliocytes? So they are major player cells of the central nervous system, and it plays in the aspect of immune response. So it, in other words, we talk of it kills bacteria. What about the oligodendrocytes? The main function is to produce myelin axons in the central nervous system. So that is something about the Glial cells. We've also looked at the neuron, and we've looked at its structure, its anatomy, and also its function. So this is the part 2 of the first video. So if you have any other question, you can just post it down and we'll try to comment or even react. For those that are new to the channel, kindly give us a subscription, share to others, and let the information reach these other people. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.